What's up, YouTube? Hope everyone's having an absolutely blessed day today. So if you've watched my last video, y'all know that I'm going to be going to Tail of the Dragon, and I really wanted to take my Lowrider S, but there was one caveat to that, is that I needed to have a cruise control on there. As I've mentioned in my last video, if you watched it, these three fingers right here go numb quite a bit. I have to kind of shake them out. And if y'all know, riding a motorcycle, that is your throttle hand. So don't want to slow other people down with trying to wait on me and those type of things. So I ordered last week, I ordered a cruise control kit for it, and I just really wasn't sure that I was going to get it in. But talked with my dealership and they actually worked it out. So sitting right here on the workbench is the cruise control kit for the Softail. So this is all the information right there. I'm gonna try to put that in there for y'all so y'all can see it. So again, I was very skeptical that I was going to get it in, but it looks like I am, and I got an appointment in a couple days from now to have them do the flash, and I'm gonna go ahead and have them do a Harley tune on it, even though I know there's better tunes out there. But for what I'm doing, I think that tune will just make me feel a little bit more confident that the exhaust intake and all that, it'll really be a stage one. But I think for now that's what I'm going to do. And then if I decide to in the future to go ahead and put let me get out here. So if I go ahead in the future and decide to put a cam in the bike, then I'll just retune it at that point. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do an unboxing so y'all can see that, and we'll get started. All right, so now I'll go ahead and do an unboxing. Guys, what comes with it. There's the unit, some instructions, some wire ties, and a couple new screws. This is the unit here. Don't need that anymore. This is the new unit here. So, I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but there's it, and then plug in there, and it's got plenty of a cable, if you can tell. So, go ahead and set this down. I pulled these things apart, put them back together, so I'm not going to read the instructions. I might regret that. But so let's go over here to the bike and we'll kind of walk through. So I'm gonna, forgive me, the bike's dirty and dusty, but we got to remove the fairing, which will be pretty simple. I might have to drop this. I have to get my twine. I'll end up pulling these two screws out right here. There's one here, pulling this off. This will come out. I'll end up having to come in here, disconnect the wiring, find out where they're at, pull that wiring back through the bar, then re-pull back through and plug it back in. So hopefully that won't take too long, and I'm going to speed up the footage and all a little bit and just kind of show you a kind of a time lapse of how it should go. But if this is your first time to the channel, please check out the other content on the channel. If it's content that you guys like and find valuable and watch, please consider subscribing. That would definitely help the channel out a lot. If you're a returning subscriber and viewer, guys, I appreciate y'all so much. So let's go ahead and get started. So you will end up reusing this piece, so make sure you don't throw it in the trash. I've got the stock one out. I'm gonna go get the other one prepped up and I'll be right back. So as I went to tie it on, I didn't cut the string quite long enough and it pulled back through the bar. So I do not have a string inside the bar, as you can tell. So I'm gonna do a little trick. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this end up and get it taped up like I want right here. I'm gonna shove the string in there, and then I'm gonna put the shop back to the other end, and I'm gonna suck the string back through the handlebars down to where I can pull this out. So I'm gonna get this tied on and I'll show you all what I've done. So please make sure if you go to do this, you have plenty of string or whatever. I accidentally pulled it just a hair too far and it fell right out the bar. So I'm gonna correct that here in just a minute. So what I done was I took the shop back. Y'all couldn't really tell, sorry. I stuck it up in this hole right here, fed the string in. Go ahead and get started.
You hypnotize.
You guys can tell I got it pulled up. Now I've just got to get the top on and the two bolts. I just got to get the top on, those two bolts, and then we can finish it up. So as most of you guys know, I have Gorilla cables on my bike that you can see down here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here, back up in just a second, put just a tad bit of Loctite on it. I've got Gorilla cables. So if I'm gonna plug this and then do this, I'm gonna plug this into the Gorilla cable that's right in here. I'll tidy all this back up, and then I'm gonna kind of fold this up and put it in here like that. I'm not going to pull the gas tank off and then run it into here and do away with that 6-inch or 9-inch extension. I'm just gonna run the regular one into that Gorilla cable, and if I ever have to pull the tank off again, I will at that point do something with this cable. But I'm not gonna pull the tank and try to pull all this just to have access in there. You can get this out without the tank being there, and you can kind of lift it up, but I'm not gonna do that. do is I run a wire tie through here. And the reason why I do that is as you see, there's only about an inch right there and an inch right there. So I run one around there just to hold it. The other thing it does, from a security standpoint, putting this wire tie in there, if somebody just comes by and wants to steal it, it'll make it just a tad bit harder for them to steal. Again, if they want it, it's going anyhow. But it just makes me feel better. And just like that, cruise control was on. So that took less than, I don't know, 45 minutes, and that was with me filming. If you're new to the channel, please check out the other content. If it's content that you like, please consider subscribing. It would go a long way to help the channel. If you're a returning subscriber and viewer, guys, I appreciate y'all so much, and hope everyone has a wonderful day.